Hi there guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Onyinye and this is my YouTube channel. I create lifestyle content, beauty content about things that I love in the hopes that you love it as well. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're interested in my sort of content. And to all my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing tips on something that I struggled with. If you are going to be giving birth abroad, I think that this is one struggle. I didn't know any family member, relative or friend that I could reach out to that had done it before. So when it came to like what I would need, things to buy, what should I spend my money on, what would be easy to transport back home when the whole process is done, it became quite a lot. I didn't know what to buy, what not to buy. I didn't know the essentials that I should focus on when it comes to like preparing for birth abroad. I struggled quite a bit, but I eventually figured it out, and I'm going to be sharing from my experience in this video the things that you absolutely need, only essentials, because you don't want to buy too much or bulky stuff that you now have to spend so much shipping down when you are done. So I'm just going to be sharing tips to help moms who will be giving birth outside of their country of residence so that they focus only on essentials using my experience. So that's what this video is going to be about basically. So if you're interested, keep watching. After struggling, I figured that it was best that I just focus on how the process was going to go and use that process to sort of decide what I would need and what I would not need. So you want to start with the compulsory things. Here in Canada, and I think in the US, it's compulsory that you have a car seat. So without car seats, they won't discharge you from the hospital. So that's like a must have. So ask your doctor, check around, ask around, check the policy of the country, look at the things that are compulsory for you to have. I think that you need to start there because those ones, there's no going around it. You have to get them. And for me, I think the only thing was a car seat. So I got one. I got like a 3-set thing. So it has a bassinet, a car seat, and a stroller. I think I should have left the bassinet out because I'm looking at it just beside my bed and I really don't know what I want to do with it. And I don't know if it's travel size, but I don't think I can travel with the bassinet and the car seat together. So maybe I should have left this out, but it was a good deal. So after you've settled all of the compulsory items, you can move over to the things that you would need in the hospital. Depending on your best plan, if you are going to be giving birth naturally or through cesarean section, there are like specific things that you will need either for recovery, for the procedure, and for your baby as well. For me, I already know what my bed plan is. I pre-scheduled a C-section, so I know what all of that is, and I know that in some countries they provide quite a bit of toiletries, so you don't necessarily need much. I know that that would be the case for me, and also I confirmed from my appointments with my doctors and nurses what I should bring that are absolutely necessary, and they told me honestly that I wouldn't need anything. That should just come with my camera if I want to record the process, but like for essential toiletries that the hospital was going to provide. But I still got some things for myself just in case the quantity or quality of what they give me I don't like, so I can use what I got. For that, I got sanitary pads, I got briefs. You want to use undergarments that would be really comfortable on you and on your scar as well. I also got this silicone wrap from Frida Mama. I have also had abdominal surgery before, so I kind of know what that recovery process is. I just used my previous experience to kind of prepare, but you wouldn't need much. You just need sanitary towels. If you decide to use pads, you get pads. If you want to use diapers, you can do that because you will bleed after cesarean session. I was surprised my sister, who had given birth to 2 children, did not know that. people who give birth through CS actually bleed. Like, anyway, she gave birth vaginally, but she was thinking, but anyways, you bleed after cesarean section, so you need something for that. If you are someone who is quite particular about comfort, you need to think around that as well. So maybe bring an extra pillow, bring comfortable robe. Yeah, that's very important. Either loose fitting clothing or a robe, just something that is really, really free, because they come in quite a bit to check on your scar and do like examination. You don't want to wear anything that is tight and will require you to move a lot. So you need a comfortable robe. I like to wear socks or slippers, so I got one so I don't walk barefoot. You might also need a stool softener. From my previous experience, it was quite something the first time you go to use the bathroom after surgery, but I took that stool softener once and that was it. This time around, I didn't buy one. I don't intend to use one, so I'll just tough out the pain, I guess. Just think around what your birth plan is and what you would need, and then buy those things. If you don't know what your birth plan is or how it will eventually turn out, I think that you just prepare for like the worst case scenarios. Thankfully, like the items that you would need for both situations are kind of similar. So ask your hospital to explain what the process is, and from that you can, you know, gauge the things that you need for yourself. Then for your baby, you would need diapers, obviously. Some hospitals provide that. You would also need clothes, simple, easy to put on and take off sort of clothes. You would also need a blanket and a swaddler. Is that what it's called? A swaddle, if you want to do that. If you want to take like cute pictures of your baby in specific things, then you would have to go with the things that you need for that. Well, I think that for babies, they just need like basic outfits, onesies. I think that's like my experience, like really, really easy to put on and take off onesies. The ones that have zippers from top to bottom, just get as many as you want, but be careful not to get a lot of newborn sizes. This is an advice that I think is very important that I got from my sister as well, because babies grow out of things really, really quickly. So you want to go advance in sizing so that they can grow into it. Don't buy a lot of newborn 3-month sizes of things. So get a few of those, so from newborn to 3 months, but get more of 6 months, 9 months, and then like a year, because you would save a lot of money that way. I also did not get like a lot of outfits, like proper outing outfits that are 6 months and below, because I think that they will grow out of those really, really fast. Again, they are cute and nice, but I know that they will grow out of it really, really fast, and we are not going anywhere, at least for the first 2-3 months. We won't be going to like a lot of places. So again, onesies, just really casual onesies that they can wear to stay at home, something you can style up, style down. Just think around that as well. And away from like things that you need in the hospital for yourself and your baby, you want to think about breastfeeding. What's your plan for that? Do you plan to breastfeed exclusively, and how do you plan to do that? So do you want to put them to your breast every time they want to feed, or would you pump? If you want to breastfeed at all, you need to consider a nipple cream, you need to consider comfortable bras. I think those are like the 2 things that you would need if you would be breastfeeding exclusively, like putting them to your breast to breastfeed. Then if you want to pump and store milk and feed with bottles, then you have to consider that as well. So with that, you have to buy a breast pump, you have to buy the bag for the storage, you have to buy bottles, like a lot of bottles and bottle nipples, because you don't want to have to be constantly washing bottles. But consider the fact that you would be traveling back with a lot of these things. So are there things that you can do without for now that you can get eventually when you get back to your home country, or can you buy them now and be able to afford shipping them back? So weigh your options. But you need that. You also need a bottle warmer, and you need a sterilizer. Very important. Oh, something to wash your bottles as well. You would also need formula. I plan to breastfeed, but I also got just like one tin of formula, just in case, one, my breast milk doesn't come in early, and two, if I have supply issues at the beginning, so that my baby does not starve until I have figured out my whole routine. I think I should mention that you would also need breastfeeding slash pumping friendly dresses, tops, whatever. So that's something that I have been finding it quite difficult to find. Really good dresses, tops, clothes that are breastfeeding friendly. And it's just, well, that's like another fashion video on its own. But you would need things that are comfortable, easy for you to whip out the boob and do your business. If you've sorted out the feeding, then you can now move to toiletries. Like, hopefully you've sorted out like your own toiletries, you know, the soap, cream and everything that you want for your body. So do the same for your baby as well. There are a lot a lot of baby brands to pick from. One advice that I would give you is to stick to products that you can repurchase wherever you would be traveling back to, so that you don't run into a situation where your baby gets used to one thing and then you change it and they start reacting, their skin start reacting to it. So you don't want that. So stick to something that you know you can find anywhere very easily, that is not scarce and that is affordable and you can continue to afford for as long as you need it. So that's one advice I would give for that. So once you've sorted that out, I think that you are good. At least that was what I did, and I think that I'm good for now. Outside of all of these things that I've mentioned, you also need extra clothing. And when I say clothing, I mean like slippers, I mean onesies, I mean easy to put on clothes for your baby. Babies change quite a few times a day because they are really messy. You want to get a lot of onesies that are comfortable. I think that that's all you need. Just get a lot of onesies in different sizes that they can grow into. Outside of that, every other thing that you do is extra, in my opinion. There was one thing I skipped: sleeping. What's your sleeping plan? I did not want to have to buy a crib because there's no way I'm shipping a whole ass crib back home. It's not possible. So what I decided to do was to co-sleep, but with that I had like some reservations and fears, I should say, about co-sleeping on the same bed with my baby. So one thing I did was to get a bassinet so that I can just place it on my bed beside me. So it's like travel size, it's compact, you can open and close it. It's very easy, portable. I'm just going to place it beside me on the bed and that will work. I also got nail sets because sometimes their nails grow really long and they can scratch and injure themselves. That's it. Take into consideration the weather of where you are living. Socks, caps, jackets, coats, if your baby needs those. So those are now extra things that you would have to think through after you've sorted out the essentials. Again, this video is focused on essentials. I don't think that I have left anything out. If I have, I would remember when I'm editing this video and I would add it to the list. Meanwhile, if you have any comments, questions, additional tips, leave it in the comment section please, and help other mamas in this situation to figure out their life, because this season is already hard enough or stressful enough. We don't want to make it stressful for each other. So yeah, that's it for this video guys. I hope that you enjoy watching. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, share it. There are mothers that you know, pregnant, expecting mothers that you know, that this would be helpful to. So share it with them. Subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed, and I will see you in my next video.